Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Before we get going, this has got to be the worst attempt ever at jacking in your channel. I was off YouTube, stopped doing videos for about a month, and then I've sort of done the odd bit here and there, and I've done a couple over Christmas, and I've done one over New Year, and I'm back with another one. Yeah, it's definitely cut down, and it's a lot more few and far between, if you like. But yeah, I had a few beers for Christmas, and I've decided to review one of them. I had quite a few beers off my wife, as it happens, a case full of Wold Top Brewery beers, a dark case. I also had some Ilkley Brewery beers off the wife for Christmas. I haven't reviewed any. Will I? I don't know. I don't know if I will do it. I also got a little nice little box set, if you like, from Innocent Gun, from the daughter, Courtney. So there's a couple of them. Will I do them? Again, I don't know. I would like to do the ones that I've had off the kids. And there's this beer that I've got now. Now, this was off the other daughter, off Georgina. And I actually quite fancy doing a beer, and I'm quite intrigued to do this beer. And I want to show the box set, little gift set off, if you like. So what we are looking at is one from my daughter Georgina. So a big thank you to Georgina for this beer. And I know where this come from, and I know the price. I'm not going to go into that. I will go into where it come from, which was B&M. And what we've got is, how can we put it? It's a Queen beer. So if you like the Queen the group, it's one of their beers. So obviously there's been some kind of, I don't know the word, but you know what I mean. It's Queen merchandise, I'm going to say. So what we've got is Queen a Craft Lager. It's in a 500ml bottle. This is coming in at 4.1%, and this come in a nice little gift set inside this nice metal Queen tin. Very nice indeed, as you can see. Probably seen a few of them. Iron Maiden do these kind of things, and Motorhead, but this is the Queen version. So it come in this tin. That bottle did come in this tin, and it come with this Queen pint glass as well. So just bear with me. Unreal. I hardly ever do videos, but somebody always messages me when I'm doing one. So yeah, there we go. Them two items in that tin. I'm not going to go into the price, like I said, B&M. So let's get her cracked open. It's a plain black crown. I do like the label. Queen Craft Lager, 4.1%. It's been in the fridge. It's nice and cold. I love the glass, to be honest. I do like that. So let's get it cracked open and see what we get. Hope you're all well. Hope you all had a good Christmas and a good New Year. And hope you're all back in the routine that we all have to get back into at some point. So let's get it poured out. Basil was back at work between Christmas and New Year, but you'd probably heard that on my New Year review, if you like. So, this is brewed, by the way, really small writing on the back when you're as blind as a bat like me, but it's brewed by William Brothers from Alloa, which did surprise me because I expected this to come from Robinson's Brewery. I think that's Stoke-on-Trent way or something, somewhere around there. But no, Williams Brothers. So I'm wondering whether it's just one of their standard lagers that they brewed and got the copyright or whatever to put it in a Queen thing. But we'll get past that. Let's just crack on with the beer. It's a beer in a glass. It's quite a golden looking lager. I wouldn't say straw, it's more golden. Plenty of carbonation going up. The carbonation is looking really nice in there. We got a nice compact 1.5 2 finger of white head. It looks like a decent beer, to be honest. You look at that in there. You wouldn't argue with that if you went into a pub. That looks decent. So, a little bit left in the bottle. Let's give this a swirl, dive in on the nose and see what we get. Knocking a lot off it. Probably top the glass up a little bit too much. It's got that typical sort of lager aroma Nothing particularly nasty in there. Malty, bready if you like. Well, I say bready. Maybe a digestive biscuit feel, I would say, thinking about it. Maybe a subtle citrus note, a little bit of a hoppy bite. It don't smell too bad. It doesn't smell too bad. So we'll give it a top up. Again, there's still a little bit left in there. So let's dive in. Queen Craft Lager, 4.1%. Cheers, everyone. Yeah. And straight away for me, you can tell I'm out of practice at doing these beer reviews, if you like. And certainly with tasting different beers and what have you. Because as soon as I taste that, I'm thinking it's saying craft lager. It's got that little IPA feel. I'm not sure what the hops are in this beer. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I'm trying to read the back bit. This lager stroke IPA hybrid is a revolution in refreshment and flavour. All the crisp, clean notes of the finest lager, yeah, but with that delicate, bitter finish of a well-balanced IPA, yeah. This beer has been specially selected in partnership with Queen, www.queenonline.com. So yeah, I mean, I would say straight away from my comments and just reading that, I'm bang on. But let's crack on with the review. We do all the body in that, and then we'll move on to flavours afterwards. Very carbonated. Is busy in the mouth. Not pop-like. Some of these lagers you get, they can be a little bit pop-like when you drink them. They can be really, really, really ridiculously overcarbonated. This is just heavily carbonated. The body on it at 4.1% is pretty decent, but you still get that feel of the carbonation. It's possibly the body that's saving it from being shockingly carbonated. Behind that carbonation, there's a nice smoothness. On the taste, you get that cleanness and that crispness of the lager. But the more you drink of it, I'm going to say the hops that they're using in this, which it doesn't say, I'm pretty certain it doesn't say, is very much sort of like an IPA kind of hop. You know, that typical IPA feel about it, which is something that is never a big winner for me. I like my lagers to taste like a lager. If you're going to influence that lager with an IPA kind of feel to it, I don't think you want to do it too much. But maybe that's just my personal taste, because you start losing that feel of a lager. You get the feel of a lager, but you get the taste of an IPA. And when it comes down to that, it's a little bit disappointing. Excuse me. And again. So the cleanness, crispness of a lager. You almost get that hoppy feel and that spicy bite of a lager. But the hoppiness and that little bite does just push it over to the edge of an IPA. It's not wishy-washy. It's not wishy-washy. It's got plenty of flavour. It's got some bite. I don't want to say it's a bad beer. What they've done is a good job, really. If they call it an IPA lager hybrid, they've done a good job. For me, it's not a style that suits my personal taste buds. 4.1%. I'm going to say it drinks like a 4.1% beer. Because to start off with, you get that lager feel, like I say. And it feels, you could probably call it a slightly stronger kind of lager. If you were drinking that, that could certainly pass for a 4.6, 4.7, 4.8% lager. But it doesn't feel massively heavy. The only sort of little inkling that you might get is where the IPA side comes into it. But it's clean, it's crisp, it's refreshing. There's nothing nasty. It says on the bottle it's a lager IPA hybrid. That is exactly what it is doing. It's giving you both of them. Lovely head retention on the glass, it's got to be said. Some beers can be shocking and well, I say shocking, they're not all shocking if they lose their head, but it's a much more attractive beer. When you look at that and you're going down the glass, the head is still there and it's looking nice and lively. So I'm going to say it's a well brewed beer. It's not necessarily to my taste. Is it going to go down the drain? Of course it ain't. I'm going to drink this. This is going to be easy enough to drink. Is it worth a go though? Now, I said I wasn't going to mention the price, but I'm going to. Now, I don't know if anyone's got B&M near them and whether there's any of these in there or whether they're reduced. But in this presentation tin, with the beer and the glass, that was a tenner. Me personally, I think it's a little bit overpriced. But as a gift and that, you kind of, what's a tenner these days, really? So, yeah, is it overpriced? No. I'm going to say no. It's not. It's reasonably priced. So, but if you can get into B&M and they've got that reduced, give it a go. The beer's well worth a go. If you're getting the glass and everything, give it a go. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Waffled on for nearly 13 minutes. Thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Basil will see you again soon. Maybe. I don't know. Look after yourselves. Cheers.